back here through Carpenter, and Umberger going to make contact. Caution flag going to come out.
Our thanks out to some other fine sponsors. St. Mary's Lighting, the official sponsor of our pit road again this year. And one of the items that's of sponsorship is exactly where those drivers are headed. The Start Zone being brought to you by Leonardtown Ford. As we get set for the first competitive racing action tonight here at Potomac, it's the A.J. Fenwick Septic Service Strictly Stock Division. Guffey down into turn number 1 and 2, but Canodal, he's been very strong in the early part of the season. They are dead even in the challenge for the lead down the backstretch. The 90 of Guffey down bottom, the 7 of Canodal trying to use the high side momentum, trying to pinch down the 90. They both wiggle a little bit and stay even, and now Guffey with the edge here on lap number 1. 55 of Sean Houseair right there in third, followed by the 14C of Kelly Krause. Top 5 made up by the 519 of Will Mayhew. Two laps in our first qualifier of the night. Guffey right now with about a 3-car length advantage over Canodal. Another 2 back to Houseair in the 55. Kelly Krause, a car length back at the 14C, the 519 of Mayhew. They are the top 5 as they come back to complete lap number 3 of tonight's first 8-lap qualifier. Second one coming up in a few moments, followed by the Crate Late Models in their heat races, and then the J&R Towing Thunder Roadsters in their first event of the 2026 season. So again, Guffey trying to get off to a good start. He has a chance for an extra $100 tonight if he can come away with the feature event victory. He's a long way from there right now, but he'll take cross flags for halfway here in the first qualifier of the night. Still about a 3-car length edge, and now Canodal beginning to feel the pressure. It's almost one driver going one lane, another one a trickle down, another one right below them. But it's still Canodal right now holding the spot. Houseair was looking below him, and Krause below Houseair. And they don't make contact, but some good hard racing off of turn 4. Everybody maintains their second through fourth place positions. All the while going to be the 90 of Guffey starting to edge away just a little bit. Krause got around Houseair, now trying to put that 14C down bottom, and trouble in turn 4. He got a little out of shape, and as he was, looks like the 55 of Houseair didn't have much choice, and maybe the slightest of contacts, but Krause does loop it around and continue on. That will drop him back into the number 5 spot as Guffey and the 90 still in control, down in 3 and 4, and coming back across the stripe. The Summer Breeze, 1 to go, is in the air. Canodal on the 7 still holding on his second. 55 of Houseair in third. Krause gets back around Mayhew and moves back up into fourth, but win number 1 heat race wise. Nabil Guffey, the number 90 2024 champion, taking the victory. 7 of Canodal in second. The 55 of Sean Houseair. 14C of Kelly Krause to the 519 of Will Mayhew. They will be the top 5 in our A.J. Fenwick Septic Service first qualifier. All right, field stacked up. 6 strong, 2x2 down the backstretch as they're about to hit the Leonardtown Ford start zone and look for that stormwater management green flag. Ed Pope Sr. in the 56 and the 88 of Catfish Mattingly off at turn number 4. Pope taking a unorthodox bottom line, but trying to hold on to it, and he will. Down to the low line, the 56 grabs a lead. Mattingly up into second. Catfish liking that high groove of the 88. He's running middle groove right now, holding on to her as he works it off at turn number 4. Pope will take lap number 1. 23 of Josh Blocker started 4th. He got around Jack Regier on lap number 1 to move up into 3rd. Regier 4th, and now Hardesty, the opening day winner in the 13, the top 5. Single file is a complete lap number 2 of the 8th that make up their second qualifier. Blocker, the 23, he has closed the gaps up on the top 2 machines. Pope by a couple of car lengths, another couple from Mattingly back to Blocker. And Regier in the 20, he's dropped 2 more spots. That'll put Hardesty up into 4th. Mason Foster in the 96 now, running in 5th. A little bit of smoke tailing from the 13 of Hardesty, but that's not uncommon as we have the leaders coming back to the strike. They're going to take the cross flags for halfway. Pope's been the leader from the outset, but Mattingly not letting him out of his sights. Only a car length back in the number 2 spot. 23 of Josh Blocker remaining 3rd. Mason Foster, the 96, had a good run going, then had some front-end issues, and now trouble for the 13 of Hardesty. We mentioned that wisp of smoke out of the back of the car moments ago, and he's going to pull up to a stop in turn 2 to bring out our latest and first Birch propane caution of the night. Started 5th and started gaining a little traction, but saw a little bit of smoke out of the back over a lap ago, and now the 13 of John Hardesty Jr., the opening night feature winner, coming to a stop in the second turn. Hardesty get the push down in lower pits, and we'll get set to get back to green here in a moment. Still Ed Pope Sr., Greg Mattingly, Josh Blocker, Mason Foster, and the 20 of Jack Regier, as we've got 4 laps to go just at the halfway point in qualifier number 2. Blocker down low, and he opens the door on the high side to Mason Foster in the 96. Looking to see if he can gain one more position. That is the battle in the top 5 right now for 3rd. But Blocker holds on to it. Swings it wide, spins it. Mason Foster just misses him, and then gets tagged by Jack Regier because he had to get on the binders. Everybody able to clear out. Blocker brings the 23 down on pit road, and we'll look at 2 laps to go when they come back to the stripe. That opened up the lead for Pope and Mattingly. They are the top 2 as they come back for 2 to go. 96 of Foster will be 3rd. The 20 of Regier in 4th. Blocker rejoins the field about a half track down to the leaders. Summer breeze, 1 to go, about to fly in the air. The white flag is out. Here comes Mattingly right on the rear bumper of Pope, as he works it back into turn number 1 and 2. Pope a little out of shape. That opened the door for Mattingly. He'll go down to the inside. And the drag race is on, but Mattingly's going to go ahead and get that spot down in turn 3 and 4. Pope trying to do the crossover. Drag race back to the stripe. Here they come. Mattingly will come away with the second strictly stock qualifying event of the night. 56 of Ed Pope will be in second. 96 of Mason Foster. 20 of Jack Regier, and the 23 of Josh Blocker. They'll be the top 5 as the AJ Fenwick Septic Service prelims are done. They'll be back for the first feature event of the night, which will be 15 laps in distance. Well, coming up in a few moments, the first of 3 heat racing events for our Save Lot American All-Star Crate Late models. They'll be making their way out of the Speedway here in just a few moments. Last year, again, Alan Griffith, he was a pretty good driver. He picked up the Small Car National Event victory. Justin Budorf with us here tonight, the pole sitter. 3 times a feature winner. He was the winningest driver. Coming home second in the points to Steven Suit, though, the driver of the 99, who will be in heat race number 2. Dominic King out there in the number 11. He was a 2-time winner a season ago. as they get cranked up. Again, scheduled to go last weekend. Didn't get the chance. Mom Nature won that battle, but now we are back. Beautiful night here at the Speedway as we get set for the first of 2 8-lap qualifiers for the J&R Towing Thunder Roadsters as it hit the Leonardtown Ford start zone. Third circuit, and Buddorf has been in control. Dominic King of the 11 now starting to exercise a little bit of distance over his third-place rival. And that's going to be the 12 of John Healy, the outside pole sitter. And Healy's got a lot of heat behind him. The 94 of Borman. He's got it wound up and then backs off. The 2A of Jay Lohman there likewise. They'll take halfway, and qualifier number 1, it'll be the 46 of Buddorf. Top 2 secure in their spots, and right now continuing to be the 12 of Healy, the number 2 starter. Holding on to third, he's got Borman working him pretty hard through the corners, and then the 2A of Lohman looks like he's got trouble, and Lohman will bring that car into the pits. That'll put the 48W of Trevor Hammond up into 5th. The top 2 secure, a few car length separation between the two. The battle for third still good between Healy and Borman, and they take the 2 to go sign here in qualifier number 1. Our summer breeze, 1 to go. White flag in the air this time by. Again, Buddorf, a 3-time winner. He led the drivers and only lost out by about 4 points in the battle for the championship to Steven Suit 1 year ago. Looking to kick it off in the right direction tonight as he'll take the checkered flag off of turn number 4. Justin Buddorf in the 46. The 11 of one-time winner Dominic King a year ago. 2-time winner, I should say. 94. Of Justin Borman. He'll get that third spot eventually away from the 12 of John Healy and the 48W Trevor Hammond. He'll come back to the stripe and round out the top 5 in qualifier number 1. Final heat race of the night here at the Speedway. Again, then with a couple of hot lap sessions for hobbies and streets. A B-main for the crates, and then featured activity coming up here shortly. as we get set for our second and final J&R Towing Thunder Roadster heat race back in the Leonardtown Ford start zone. Off at turn number 4. of Martin way up the banking and makes contact with that wall, making the 15 of Martin. 26 of Calvin Martin got the lead. The 117 of Joe Suit, he started in second. He's dropped a couple of spots back. And here on lap number 1, John Hammond at that number 65 also had some issues, looked like, during his warm-ups. And now trying to gather things back up. Leader of lap number 1 is going to be the 26A, Calvin Martin, with the 22 of Cody Buddorf. Started fourth, now running in second spot. The 117 of Joe Suit holding on to third. And the 99 of Steven Suit in the top 4. Martin in the 15. Yeah, we'll check that. One driver pulling off into the infield area as it continues to be Calvin Martin in the 26A. I believe that was a driver, another Martin machine that was not on our sheet. He may have signed in or don't have a transponder. We just can't pick him up. All the while, going to be the 26A of Calvin Martin. Started third. He's running in the lead. He'll take halfway in a few moments. 22 of Cody Butthoff in second. The 99 is Steven Suit third. The 117 of Joe Suit in the number 4 spot. And the 65 of John Hammett the third. He will be fifth. Getting the second half of our Thunder Roadster heat event. Lap number 5 complete that time by. As he continues to be Calvin Martin, that 26A out of La Plata. Well in control. The 22 of Cody Butthoff likewise. They've got a good straightaway advantage back to Steven Suit. Followed by the 117 of Joe Suit as they'll take the 2 to go sign this time by. Summer Breeze, 1 to go, flying in the air again. White flag out for Calvin Martin. Looking to become his first heat race win of the season. Taking a midpoint down the back straightaway. Clear track, 22 of Cody Butthoff comfortably in second. As Calvin Martin will take the checkered in qualifier number 2. 22 of Cody Butthoff rolling home in second. And this one at 99 is Steven Suit working back in turn number 3 and 4. Looks like our defending champ will get third. 117 of Joe Suit fourth. And the 65 of John Hammett the third will round out the top 5. Well, that will wrap it up for heat race action tonight as the J&R Towing Thunder Roadsters get ready for their 15-lap main event later on. In the meantime, 2 classes that did qualify last night. They had their heat races. They'll be back out for some warm-ups. That'll be the 3 Mills Welding Hobby Stocks and the Gibson Steel and Powder Coating Street Stocks. Their hot lap sessions coming up next.